Jack is one of the aquatic land animals with a unique appearance, large body and high social relations that we all know from wildlife pictures or documentaries. But did you know that Jack is actually the unofficial name of all species of fins that tens of millions of years ago, they separated from other carnivores and turned to living in the ocean and seashores? The fin family refers to a special group of marine organisms with an evolutionary origin and includes three large families. Next, we are going to talk about the appearance and behavior characteristics and the way of life of these animals. Stay with Coca. Types of jaws. The final fin consists of three large families, which are the family Otariidae, which includes all the major species of eared jaws, including the sea lion and the fur jaw. The Phacidae family includes all true jaws or earless jaws, although this is a misnomer because they have ears, but their ears are hidden under their skin. Among the earless jaws, we can mention the elephant jaw. The Odobenidae family is the third and the smallest family, which includes only one living species, the porpoise. These three families consist of 32 or 33 living species plus several subspecies, and 50 extinct species have also been recorded in them. Appearance characteristics of the jaw. Fins are a diverse and distinct group of animals that, although they share a number of common features, including elongated, flexible bodies, paddle-shaped hands and feet, short snouts and round heads, can easily be recognized the obvious differences between them. The paddle-shaped fins and the unique physiology of the jaws have made these animals able to easily continue their lives even in the most dangerous water conditions, to the point where their numbers have increased over the past decades thanks to strict laws. Has had significant. The location of the ears and thick layers of fur are the two main characteristics that distinguish the eared mandible from the true mandible, while the porpoise differs from both species due to its large tusks, smaller eyes and especially prominent mustaches and almost completely hairless body can be recognized. Beyond these differences, some species have completely unique and specific characteristics according to their living conditions. For example, male elephant tusks have an elongated nose that helps them in mating and reproduction, and the hooded tusker has a nostril on top of its head that it can inflate at will. The jaws are perfect for living in water. For example, dense layers of fat in the skin protect them from extremely low temperatures, and they can also detect vibrations in the water with their whiskers. The most important feature of the fin is the end of the hand and the fin-shaped foot, which helps them to hunt prey and escape from predators. These fins are an excellent example of evolution in mammals. Although true jaws and eared jaws differ even in the use of fins. For swimming, true jaws move their hind and lower limbs in a continuous motion from side to side while using their forelimbs to assist them. Since they do not have the ability to turn their hind limbs forward, their movement becomes very difficult on land and they drag their bodies forward in a clumsy manner. While eared jaws are similar to penguins and sea turtles, they use their forelimbs as propulsion for a discontinuous boat type of motion, and they also move easily on land. The porpoise's locomotion is a combination of these two species. This animal uses its hind limbs as propulsion in water as well as walking on land. Fins cannot compete with the maximum speed of some aquatic animals, but they have a great advantage, and that is their flexibility in the water. These animals can make sharp turns due to their flat and smooth bodies, and some species bend their bodies almost completely backwards. Finfish spend most of their time in the water, that's why their body physics is adapted to withstand the pressure in the water and lack of oxygen for a long time. Some species can hold their breath for about 2 hours at a time. The soft and flexible movements of these animals are in contradiction with their large size. The length of the smallest jaw is approximately 90 centimeters and its weight is at least 45 kilograms, while the length of the largest species of jaw, which is the southern elephant jaw, reaches about 6 meters and weighs approximately 4.4 tons. This animal is one of the heaviest mammals in the world. Its weight is even greater than giraffe, hippopotamus and rhinoceros. Behavioral characteristics of the jaw. Jaws are curious, social and highly connected mammals that spend a long time in the sea and usually take refuge on land or sea ice for mating, giving birth and molting. At this time, they usually gather in large groups and in herds. Whether jaws prefer sea ice or land depends on several factors, including reproductive methods. Place of residence of fake. These animals live along the coasts and open oceans of all continents on Earth, including Antarctica. They prefer cold, nutrient-rich waters, which can even be found in the oceans around California, Africa, and Australia. Finfish live almost exclusively in saltwater areas, but they also enter rivers to hunt. The Baikal jaw in Siberia is the only species that prefers fresh water. When these animals come to land, they settle in areas such as beaches, caves, and even human-made structures such as docks and oil platforms. Species that live in polar regions prefer ice, and their bodies have adapted to these conditions. Jaw food. The final diet is actually a collection of different foods. These animals are carnivorous, and fish is the main part of their diet, but they also feed on other animals, including squid, octopus, crabs, and eels. However, some types of jaws have changed their diet according to the living conditions. For example, the crab-eating jaw, contrary to its name, feeds on krill, and the leopard jaws, because of hunting penguins, seabirds, and even other species of jaws, are known. The porpoise lives on a fixed diet of snails and clams on the sea floor. This animal can recognize its prey through its whiskers and suck it with its powerful mouth. Jaws alone are strong and dangerous hunters, but sometimes it is necessary to act in a group to hunt some prey. The enemy of the jaw. Despite their large size, jaws are tempting prey for killer whales, sharks, bears, and other large and wild predators. In particular, killer whales seem to have unique techniques for hunting their prey. They numb the jaws with their tails, toss them into the air, catch them unawares on the beach, or get stuck on the ice. Juveniles and adults alone are more exposed to hungry predatory enemies, but they confront predators in groups, and their large size and ferocious nature often prevent predators from attacking them. These animals try to scare their enemies with special sounds, teeth grinding, and aggressive behavior. Humans are another potential threat to jaws. Although the natives have been hunting this animal for thousands of years, but due to excessive hunting in the 19th century, many species of this animal were endangered, which has been eliminated thanks to today's strict laws. However, jaws are still at risk from marine pollution, including chemical pollution and oil spills, hunting by local natives and ship accidents, and climate change disrupts their natural habitat. For example, Arctic foxes may lose the necessary conditions for reproduction as the sea ice melts. Birth of fake. Finfish have a wide variety in mating patterns. Some species are monogamous and live with one pair until the end of their lives, but other species are polygamous, which means that a male only mates with several females, while females only have one pair. Jaws are highly territorial creatures, with males fighting to select a suitable mate by biting and striking each other. They rely on their vocalizations to attract the female's jaw and outrun other competitors, the elephant jaw being the largest and most aggressive type of jaw. Female jaws have a significant ability to delay pregnancy after mating until the time and conditions are right for this purpose. The gestation period varies according to the species, but it can last up to 1 year. After birth, baby hawks feed on mother's milk, which contains more fat, and for this reason, they grow quickly and are able to defend themselves. The life and lifespan of mollusks largely depends on their first days of life. Parents have very little role in raising the young, although the young learn to swim within a few days to a few weeks after birth, but it may take several years. It takes time for them to develop into a mature jaw. The lifespan of the jaw. If the jaw can reach adulthood, it can live up to 30 and even 40 years in nature. Endangered jaws. The population of jaws was severely endangered during a period of time, but today the population of these animals is increasing, an example of which is the elephant jaw, which seems to have increased from 100 to 100,000 jaws in 70 years. However, not all species have been so lucky. Today, several species including the Mediterranean monkfish, the Hawaiian monkfish and the Caspian monkfish are among the endangered species. The Caribbean monkfish became extinct in the middle of the 20th century.